Another episode of Going For It. We are back with Mike Thomas, Craig Brooks, and myself, and we are here to do the thing that everyone does at this time of the offseason and rank quarterbacks. We are here to tell you how bad the person leading your team is, unless his name is Patrick Mahomes. Because, I mean, that dude's
then you're probably going to win
awesome.
the Super Bowl.
You're at least going to be in the conversation. So Absolutely. What I want to do is we're going to just go down the line. I will start, and we will go to Mike, and then we will go to Craig. I'm going to go 32. Mike, I want you to go 31. Craig, you're going to go 30, and we will just keep alternating until we get to the tippity top. We're going to go from the bottom to the top. So,
bam,
with the 32nd overall selection, the worst quarterback in the league currently, in my view and standard, Anthony Richardson of the Indianapolis Colts.
Wrong.
I just think he's very raw.
Correct.
I think he's super raw.
Wrong.
Correct.
Mike agrees with me, so that means that I'm automatically wrong.
Definitely.
He's going to put in a Rookie of the Year quality season.
Craig agreed with you so hard his glasses came off.
Craig, who do you have as 32?
Desmond Ridder.
He's been in the system for a year.
Don't care. Don't think he's good.
I mean, he's better than Anthony Richardson if you talk to my father-in-law.
Anthony
Wait,
Richardson.
hold on a second. Both can be true. Both players can say.
I mean, really, in the 32 to 28, is there really any difference?
I have Richardson higher than that. I've got him at like 20-something because I think his ceiling is going to surprise people. And if some good things happen with, I think they brought the coach in that helped Hurts be Hurts. I'm fairly certain that's who the
that is the offensive coordinator from the Eagles is now the Colts head coach.
I just think when you have a raw talent like that, the only knock I've heard about him is overthrowing. That is one of the fixable things.
Overthrowing, footwork, underthrowing, making poor decisions. There's a lot of things.
He can hoop though. He can dunk.
He can. That's not the sport he plays though.
We'll see who's right. I think he's going to be great. I really do. I think he's going to be good.
At this juncture, I put him at 32 just because of what we know about him, which is he's raw. He is a raw prospect. Could he make a Josh Allen-like leap? Absolutely, he could.
Right.
Without
so
a doubt.
in this exercise, we can't use him again, right? He's there now. He's the 32.
He's in that final spot.
Even
32.
though I put up a protest for the prove it down the later in the season, we can know that I was either right or wrong because you guys have him in the basement.
We got him in the basement. I will mark Craig says no. I have an Excel spreadsheet with my picks on it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to just be like, Craig disagrees. And I can't wait till he has a 4-pick game. And I'm going to text you the entire time.
Good. Fuck yeah, dude.
Mikey, who you got at 31?
Desmond Ridder.
Okay.
See, you knew he was bad. That's why you couldn't completely shit on what I was saying.
No, I mean, they are just not. Look, they're 32. They are tippy top quarterbacks in the world, but in
this league, somebody has to.
Bad.
There are going to be teams that are going to win 2 or 3 games. That happens every year. It could be one of those 2 teams.
Right, it's definitely Atlanta.
They got a great running back coming in too.
A college running back, they sometimes have those growing pains and stuff. So we'll see what happens. But
we'll see.
He's got 2 years.
Who do you have at 31, Craig?
So I had Colt McCoy. So that's going to be my 30 though. I get 30,
Desmond,
right?
Yes.
Okay. I had Ridder at 32, Colt at 31. So I'll take if I don't know how you want to do that.
You're going to be at 30. I have Bryce Young as my 31.
Ooh,
just because
what is wrong with you?
No respect.
Have you heard any of what's coming out about him?
Yeah, I don't believe it.
It's all good. Oh, okay.
Yeah, great. Everyone can throw in shorts and a t-shirt.
I can't.
All right.
Everyone but Mike can throw in shorts and a t-shirt.
I think you're going to see these 3 rookies, Bryce, Stroud, and Richardson, be very, very like second at the the top end of the third of the league.
So the way I did this is that I'm living in the world of unknown. I don't know what they have and I don't know what they are, and I'm willing to be able to move them when they show me something. But until that happens, I don't give a shit. You haven't done it, and I haven't
You've
seen
aged, sir. You've aged. Well, no wonder you agree with Mike Thomas, the fucking 80-year-old man here. You've aged.
it. Sourpuss. Craig, who do you have at 30?
So that would be Colt McCoy. I've got Colt McCoy at 30.
He almost won a Heisman Trophy once.
I understand that. I've also seen all of his work in the NFL, and that is why I've chosen accordingly.
Apparently, his ADP in fantasy is 0.
You
Oh,
see, and
no.
isn't that interesting? Because in fantasy, now our leagues have unique things, like you'd want a rookie and things. You would take a Richardson, a Stroud, or a Bryce over quite a few of these guys we're going to say right now.
Absolutely, because
for
of the
hope.
unknown.
Correct.
For sure. Who do you have at 30, Mike?
My 30 was CJ Stroud.
I also had CJ Stroud at 30.
You guys literally hate young people. That's all
It's not hate. You just don't know. You don't know, like, is CJ Stroud going to come in this year and throw
You'd
a bunch of...
rather
Peyton
have
Manning threw a bunch of picks his first
28.
year.
I know that,
And,
but you'd
right. So
you'd
from year
rather
1 to year
have-
2 is a massive step.
So
Also,
wait, are
Houston.
you guys
Also Houston. Yeah, that offensive line is trash.
D'Amico
Not a lot of
coming in,
weapons.
making some shit happen? I don't know. You guys are so negative.
You're negative. Shut up. Back to me, right?
29.
Yeah, what are we doing? 29?
29. Yep,
Uh-huh.
29. So I had Desmond Ridder in my 29 because he has already been taken.
Yep.
I'm going to say Sam Howell
Yep.
of the Washington Commanders is going to fit into the 29th spot because he could be a creative player. I'm still not 100% certain that he exists.
I couldn't pick him out of a lineup at this point
No,
in time.
at this
I couldn't.
no, and they've had multiple camps. He's been at them.
He'd
and
be the
like,
only one of the 32. I don't know his face.
I have no idea. What
I know
like.
everyone else. I know more
think
backups.
he has a beard.
I believe you. I'm just saying I could not tell you what that guy looks like, which I would hope I had him also down there. So like I wish him well, but he's also in a division where everyone else was rising or relevant. So it's like, sorry, man, it ain't gonna happen for you.
He plays in a stadium where poop rains from above. That's just not a good look. It's not good.
Fucking almost crushed Jalen Hurts with a scaffolding or
That's
like
true.
the gate as
The
well.
gate
like,
came down. Like people just like smush.
Good thing
How
Hurts had those
catastrophic that would have been.
fast twitch fibers. He got out of the way.
He's also been playing the Call of Duty with Kyler. Who do you guys, Mike? Who do you have at 29? Craig, who do you have at 29 on your just rankings?
Yeah, Mike, go ahead.
I had Colt McCoy / Kyler Murray because I didn't know if Kyler was playing this year, so I had them in there.
Gotcha.
I had Mac Jones.
Oh, Mac Jones.
Yeah,
I like it.
I
I
don't think he's
like
any good.
it.
I don't think he's
I
any good.
like it. Mikey, who do you got for 28?
So would this be where I do CJ Stroud?
You
'Cause
can
I
do
had
CJ
him
Stroud
lower.
here.
Yeah,
I don't think
CJ Stroud is my lowest quarterback remaining.
That's
Okay.
that's how we're doing it.
Yeah, we're doing
I like
a
that.
snake
I like that.
style draft for shitty.
The shit
CJ
rises to the top.
The shit rises, brother. Excellent. I had
This is gonna
Sam
get
Howell,
long.
like I
All right.
said.
So we're at 28 then, or what?
28. Yeah, who did you have at 28?
My 28, Jimmy G.
Whoa.
Jimmy
Okay.
G.
Okay. All right. Honestly, he's not that far away from me currently either. Now you get to draft at 27. Who are you taking?
Oh, me? Oh, 28 wasn't me.
28 was Mike. You're 27.
27. I already said Mac. Did Mac Jones get in or
Oh,
did
you
not
didn't.
Get, see, I'm
No,
getting
Mac Jones has not been picked yet.
Mac Jones
Yeah,
is
I'm also
available.
gay. Mac Jones is available.
Then for me, I have actually Mac Jones lower than Jimmy G. I like Jimmy G one person more, so I will put Mac Jones I will put Mac Jones in our slot. You should tweet out with one thread our communal 32.
I
I'm
had
trying to
Mac
keep
Jones a
track
little
of
bit
that.
ahead of Jimmy G.
Which one did you? Yeah, you like
I
Mac
had
more?
Mac Jones a little bit ahead of Jimmy G. I just
I won't
don't
even
trust.
argue with you. I don't trust either at this point. I've got them both in my lower third, and like I think that injury for Jimmy, too much unknown for Mac. One good year, one terrible year, at least terrible in my memory. And I don't even know if the good year was that good. They made the playoffs barely.
I'm offended that you chose or had Mac Jones lower than another player that's on the list, but I'm sure he will be drafted here shortly.
Okay, let's see it.
Recap really quick. Mike and I had Anthony Richardson at 32. Craig disagreed. Who was your
I'm
32,
just saying,
Craig?
Oh, Desmond, I can get you this. I just
Desmond,
meant
that's right.
yeah,
Oh, yeah,
but
yeah.
You can just keep the 32 that we've drafted. I think that'll be fun.
Okay. So I'm going to very quickly make a separate column in here.
Yeah, just put the actual you guys had.
So you took you took
Mac Jones.
Mac Jones at 27.
I believe
My
that's right.
next lowest is 26. Baker Mayfield.
There it is.
Baker
How
Mayfield.
did you put Mac Jones below Baker Mayfield, Craig?
I did. I had Baker at 26. I had Jordan Love at 27. Jimmy G at 28. Mac Jones 29. So I feel strongly. If you would have watched that Thursday night, that was so fun seeing Baker 4 days on the Rams. He literally got the playbook in the plane, lands, and wins that game. What he's capable of, he has not been given the opportunity for. That dude has the sauce. He's just been shit on through his NFL career. And yes, I've heard he can't hit anyone in the hands in camp. I heard that. But what he's capable of, Baker deserves a slightly more respect than 6 other people.
Craig, who did you draft at 30? I'm sorry.
Shit. Colt is what I thought I got to there.
That sounds right.
Backtracking. Edit.
Sorry, I'm trying to keep track of these things.
It doesn't matter.
Hey, I got it now. We're locked in. Mike, who you taking at 26?
Jordan Love.
Oh, no love for Jordan.
No, that's right.
Hey, I love him more than like 6 other guys.
That really says something.
Yeah. I had him right there too, dude. Like, we're right on there. Baker and Jordan are right there.
We saw very limited action from Jordan Love last year, and it was not good.
He is 25 on my list. 26 for me was one Jimmy Garoppolo. So Jimmy Garoppolo. Okay, so Craig with the 25th pick, who is the 25th worst quarterback for you in the nuffle?
I think I'm gonna go. I think I get to go with my 25 because I think we have every other one of the version I have already in just a different order. So I'm gonna go, and it pains me, but I just believe it to be true at this point. Tannehill.
Oh, he's my 24. I like it. I like it. We have a lot of similar thoughts on these guys.
I thought Jimmy G was your lowest.
I thought we already called him. No,
he has not been called.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yet.
Then
so you're
I
gonna go
apologize.
Hemi?
Yeah, someone
That's
else
my
will
fault.
take. Don't worry, someone else will take Tannehill.
I'm literally taking him in
right
my
there.
slot.
I bet if we
he's right there, take him.
If we look at all our bottom 12, it's going to be very much the same guys in different order.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I agree with that so much that I'm actually going to just say with the 24th pick, I'm going to take Ryan Tannehill because he's literally 24 on my list.
Yep.
And he is not the quarterback he once was, and he wasn't even that good then. So
he had I don't know, 15 game stretch across 2 seasons that was pretty great.
Yeah, that's accurate. Went to the playoffs with the Miami Dolphins. That was cool.
Did do that.
Went to the playoffs with the Tennessee Titans and was looking like a stud for a minute. And then I believe got banged up in that game where they needed him.
He signed a sick contract.
Oh, got straight up paid. And that's
uncuttable contract.
Well, that's what he's currently in. He's hitting them pretty hard right now, 29 or something like that. And I believe him and Henry both got hurt in a year they were the 1 seed, and then it didn't pan out.
Yeah, they got out in the first round, I believe.
Yeah, I think that's what happened.
23, Mike, who you taking?
I know this is going to be really low for some people out there, but to me, it's almost too high. Deshaun Watson.
Oh, no, I had him there too. I had him right there.
Ooh, very nice. I have
That's
him close.
that's exactly
Not
where I
that
had
low,
him.
but I like that pick there, honestly.
I don't even know that other than the run game. What do they even have?
Hope.
I mean, Amari is
Crushed
okay,
hopes.
I guess.
All right, cool.
They got the dog pound.
The dog pan.
I don't even know if Chubb and Hunt will be as good anymore. I mean, to Mike's
Hunt's a
Hunt's
free
not on
agent.
the team, right?
Oh shit!
Yeah,
So
I think he's a
that
free
that
agent.
I don't think that helps
just
Chubb.
Chubb.
I think that hurts him.
Yeah,
Nick
that's
Chubb's
gonna.
28, I think.
He's over the hill. Fucking
I was
bury
about to
him.
say, I know we're about to get some fucking
27. He will
We're gonna
turn
get some-
28 this year.
Get some running back hate from Mike Thomas.
22, Craig, who you taking?
Gino.
That's
Geno
exactly who I have in that spot.
Smith. Gino.
I had Gino a little bit higher, but
Yeah,
not much.
How dare you?
Maybe like 5
Oh,
spots. We're
I
still in
wouldn't-
that.
Yeah, you. I would only argue with you if you had him over 15. I'd be like, come on, dude, what the fuck? Like, and yes,
It's too much.
but I would want it. Like, I'll go optimism. I would be excited for him. I just don't see it.
Well, so would you guys agree and say like the bottom of this? I would even say like the bottom half, like 16 to 32 is closer together than 16 to 1. Like I feel
Yeah.
like the jump from like
Yes.
14
Yes.
to 12 is a bigger jump than the difference between
Oh my
32
God.
and 18.
I think
Yeah.
the jump to the top 5 can even be. Although I know I have the most disruptive top 10. I know that. Not from. I know.
Yeah, we know you put 2 at 7. What the fuck is that?
No, I think if you looked at what he's capable of, you would. Well, if you
He's
see a
capable of
healthy
falling
guy-
down and not getting back up. That's what I've seen. Is
That's
what
true, but I'm operating under full health and with the roster that he
Right.
has.
Right. And I do agree that with that roster, he could be exceptional.
He could be ridiculously like he could have weird stats that make people uncomfortable. If
That's true.
If they got the airbags in the helmet, right?
Yeah, but the weird stats that make people uncomfortable can go both ways.
I know that.
Yeah, Deshaun Watson has those stats too.
Well, just general life skills.
21 is my pick, and I'm going to take Jared Goff.
Oh, I had him much higher.
Me too. Oh no.
I am
Why do
low
I
on
agree?
the Goff.
I had him
I
at
had
11.
Goff at 11.
11? That's what I had him at. Mike, I don't like that. That means I'm
I don't
wrong.
like this pick at all. I don't like agreeing with Craig. I don't like being this far off from Pat.
I don't like. Wait a minute. You should actually feel good because I'm probably more right than Pat most of the time on this dumb shit.
I mean, maybe. Who the fuck knows? I don't keep track of anything. I just think we know what Jared Goff is, and I think he is mediocre at best.
No,
Hey,
that
he's
guy
better
went to a
than-
Super Bowl. And
Better than Bryce Young.
I agree with that statement.
Yeah, I mean, he is better. He's literally listed higher than Bryce Young at this moment, I believe.
I think Bryce Young
number
is
would-
still available.
He is still available, actually.
I'll take him soon. Is it mine?
Oh,
or
you know what? I'm gonna stick with Goff. I'm gonna stick to my guns
Yeah,
because he
okay.
literally
What
is
number was
slotted
that?
at 21
21.
for me.
So we're at,
so 20.
Mikey's got 20.
Mike, who do you have?
Bryce Young.
Bryce
All right.
Young. Okay.
But that's exactly what I have as well. That's so wild. I literally have him at my 20 too.
Craig with the
the
19th pick.
Matthew Stafford.
Matthew Stafford.
Yeah.
This is our first team. I have him high. Well, not much higher. It's not that much higher, to be honest. I think that was partially on pedigree.
We discussed him in another episode that like it's just an over the hill thing at this point, and that the injuries are adding up to be like you just won't be able to do what you did. The guy had a cannon. The
elbow's
could hit anything.
concerning for sure.
Yeah, I mean, and the spine.
Yeah.
So we already covered it. He came back for a big old bag of money, and I respect that from the one angle, but I just don't think we're going to see. Now we might get some fantasy relevance, I'll say, the fourth quarter bombs that go in for tutties a lot, because I just think they're going to be bad. So if the line keeps him upright, he may end up with like 4,000 yards and 35 touchdowns, and you're like, oh, but they won 4 games.
The normal Matthew Stafford line when he played for the Lions.
Right.
Typical Matty Stafford. With 17, I am going to take my next lowest quarterback who has not been taken, and that is Derek Carr.
I have that exact name in that spot.
I had him a little higher, but I've been tweaking the list as we go, and I keep dropping Carr down the list. So
yeah, he's just underperformed at every facet of his career. Way better than his brother, like a million times better than his brother, who was a number 1 pick, and Derek wasn't.
His brother also got pounded into dust his first season in the league.
Poor fucking bastard. At least he got a big old bag of money, and I think he does media now. I think he does media, but like Derek showed us that even with his like college roommate best friend, who happens to be an alien of talent at the wide receiver position, you still weren't going to be the dude, then there just isn't a moment for you.
You're just not going to be the dude. Just not going to happen.
No, you're going to be middle of the pack, aren't we? We're now in the middle tier. We're in the middle tier of guys that I will say I would be shocked if any of these go to the top 10. I just wouldn't be shocked if any of them drop into the bottom third.
For me, Derek Carr is the point in the list where I'm not upset if he's my team's quarterback.
Okay. Yeah.
From here on out, I'm not upset if these guys are my team's quarterback.
I'm not upset.
Yeah, because I think all these guys could win you a game.
I am.
I think they could win you a game.
You're very anti-rookie quarterback. I respect that.
I am this season. This season, I am not
both
a fan
of you.
of Bryce
Both
Young.
of you are.
I'm not.
But Mikey had Bryce all the way up at 20 like I did. You didn't. You had him at 30 or something.
I'm very low. Yes, because I don't know what he's going to look like. And that team is not good. He has no weapons.
I think they have a better D than we think. That will hopefully mean he won't have to do as much. But you're not wrong. They gave away Moore. They gave away McCaffrey. I couldn't name a skill position player at this time.
Miles Sanders. They signed a running back. That's all I really know.
I've heard of one of those is actually playing. The other one works for NFL Network, I think.
Mike, with 17, who you got?
All right. So I know that we have also have episodes in the past where we've ranked quarterbacks from various divisions and things like that. I stand by my rankings in those episodes, and I say that knowing full well I'm about to break from those here. I'm going to go with Kenny Pickett next. And I was very adamant that Kenny Pickett was number 2 in the AFC North, behind Joe Burrow, but above Lamar Jackson. Looking at all 32 teams, I just could not put Kenny Pickett below Lamar Jackson. I just couldn't do it. I still believe he's the second best quarterback in the AFC North. So come at me, bro.
Contradictions. This man knows nothing of ball. He's just he made a point within a point right there. If you knew that Kenny was going to be better than Lamar in your opinion of that, how could he be lower on this list? How could that be?
I think because I'm looking at this a little bit more of like an individual level, I think, whereas on the divisions, I'm looking at it where the team that they're on is a part of that equation.
Makes sense. I can get behind you on that.
Yeah, Lamar's just he's a freak. He's an athletic freak.
He is a freak athlete.
But can that all go together and form a quarterback that is successful in the NFL?
No.
We will see. I
have Pickett slightly higher. I mean, I respect the pick. I'm just very bullish on Pickett. I'm keeping him in my dynasty league. Like I think Pittsburgh is so well coached that
Tomlin
might actually be bad for long.
I think Kenny Pickett, if we do this next year, is going to have a chance to be top 10.
I agree with you,
and maybe closer to like 5 or 6.
He could get on the Herbert path. I really do think so. It actually depends a little bit more on some of those skill position players joining him on an arc.
For sure. I do think, to Pat's point, he has that potential, but he hasn't shown it yet, so he has to stay lower.
And from what I understand, you guys weren't really letting him audible or do like hot routes last year.
No, he
So
was
like,
out there calling peanut butter and jelly plays. Like there was
right,
just
and like that's
basic
going to
bitches
limit
everywhere.
his ability to be able to do anything. So like giving him more of the playbook and more leash this year, I think is going to make a big difference and show you what kind of quarterback he really is. Not
I'm
having
not
to
convinced
like
Matt Canada has it in him.
he's
So there's that.
he wasn't walking up to the line and going curls, and everyone was like, "Oh, cool, all right."
They're running curl routes.
Hey, we
They're
should
gonna
just
run whatever
stand right here.
the defense will just call out their plays for them. That's
Yeah.
how Pittsburgh's offense ran last year.
It showed too. It was pretty great. 16. Craig, who you taking with the 16th pick? Halfway.
Yeah, right at the middle. And I've talked about him this way. I don't think we had him yet. Cousins. I would put Kirk.
Kirk Cousins has not yet been taken.
I
in
had
the
him
middle.
Very high.
Feels
much
so
higher.
good about this.
A lot of people have him in their top 10, and I don't.
I had him in 14. 14 is where I had him.
I had seventh.
I think that must be a Justin Jefferson call, not a Kirk Cousins.
That could be the case as well. Justin Jefferson hides a lot of stuff.
So good.
Yeah, I mean, it's more of a.
He's consistent
I think I
too.
trust him more than the other quarterbacks behind him, but it's definitely a higher floor, lower ceiling proposition.
Agree. Strong agree with that.
It's why your top 10's broken.
With 15,
it's cracked now.
It is my pick and my next lowest, and it's going to hurt me a little bit to say this, but my next lowest is Russell Wilson. So I'm going to take Russ at 15. Last year really hurt him because he did have a lot of, in my opinion, had a lot of offensive pieces and just did so little with all of them. Really affected me in a negative way, and I love Russ still.
Yeah, you want to talk about serving peanut butter and jelly sandwiches? I mean, he wasn't even toasting the bread.
He was throwing ducks. He was throwing.
The play calls weren't good. There was a lot of factors.
So Russie with 15.
What number? Okay, I had him only a little higher. I had him at 12.
I had him one spot.
Mike, who you got at 14?
Brock Purdy.
Mm-hmm.
He was my next lowest after Russie. But we're all in agreement that this man could win playoff games for the team that he's on.
He did it.
For sure.
Like, I just mean like consistently win playoff games.
He's got the mentals that is more, and we all know, because Tom Brady proved it, the mentals are more important in that position than the physical. It's just that we happen to have a guy like a Mahomes that clearly has both. But if we really go back to, most never had both. It was one or the other. They either had the freak athleticism and then usually didn't win, or they had the fucking mentals and they won.
Craig, who you taking at 13?
I guess I got to go with just my lowest left, and I'm impressed he's this high. Didn't we didn't say Justin Fields yet, right?
We have not said Justin Fields yet.
And I bet that would shock some that he's that high on our thing. And where is he for PFF? Let me see.
Yeah, he's a little high, 13, but at the same time, dude's got a lot of intangibles.
I like him. I like him.
Yeah.
He won me. I think he won me a league in fantasy. He runs.
He does.
And he's so fast.
And he's also smart about running, about like avoiding contact.
He gets out of bounds. He slides. I like that. The things you guys know I will already shit on Josh Allen about. Like I hate that he doesn't protect himself.
You're only hurting yourself and your team, my guy. He's the only person you're hurting. So back to me, I believe, for 12. And I'm trying to see who I have.
It's your boy. It's probably your boy. Right?
It is
your boy.
not.
It's your boy, Blue.
It is Kyler Murray at 12.
But here's
Wait
the
a
thing.
minute.
But so we have Colt.
We have Colt, so you
that's
can't
true.
do it.
Okay, so then my next pick, oh man, it is not my boy. It is Tua Tagovailoa. Coming in at number 12.
That's too low.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Well, I'm very excited for you to be wrong.
I actually had him.
See, and you made fun of me for 7, and you have him at 8.
I had him at 11, and he's just everyone else below him has been taken, so I had to go up. So I'm taking Tua at 12. Who
So
you got at a? Go ahead.
no, I'm
Questions
just
for
saying.
me.
Now I know it's your top 10 sucks way more than Mike's.
My top 10's been cracked a little bit. I think I've got two people already taken out of there.
Yeah, he has Kirk Cousins in his top 10. Don't talk to me about that.
I
Let's
don't think
get out
mine's
of my
been.
face.
I don't know if my top 10's been cracked yet.
Mine has not, but Mike's probably about to do it at 11.
Yeah, I think so.
Mr. Ayahuasca, Aaron Rodgers.
No.
Really? You see a precipitous fall here, don't you?
It's probably a political move from this guy.
I'm surprised he's this high on my list.
Oh my God.
I was honestly surprised how high I put him too, because I do expect there to be a bit of a curtail this season,
Nope.
but
I think
he's still sixth on my list.
He's going to surprise folks.
Yeah, you keep saying that. But you also said that the Dallas Cowboys were going to be good. You've hung your flag on Dak Prescott for 3 years. Like,
that's true.
You talk about misses, but here we are, my friend. The hard knocks-itis bites you hard.
The best part of this is it's fucking recorded, and we'll get to see.
We will get to see.
Who was
Hold
right.
on. I am not cashing any check from any prediction that any of us makes on this show.
You shouldn't. You definitely shouldn't.
I'm willing to throw sandwich bets out in volume.
That is a separate. See, I will do individual one-on-one sandwich bets, but any random bullshit that leaves my lips, I don't want to throw them back in my face.
I would easily sandwich. I'll sandwich bet you that Kirk will fall out of the top 10. That's a fun one.
I mean, that feels for me like a lock.
No, I don't feel strongly about Kirk Cousins. I just think he's a safer pick than the others.
Gross. What number are we at?
We are at number 10.
Is it me?
Whose go? Is it
Craig? You, Craig Brooks.
I got to go with my lowest remaining.
That's the goal.
Right, but I had him at my 13, but now he's the 10 total. Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones. Top 10 quarterback. It was said here first.
Well, I actually had him at 13. I just would like the record to show that.
I also had him at 13, I think.
I had him at 9.
Of course.
Feeling good about it. It is my turn at 9. So my 9 and my 10 are actually flipping, and I'm going to take Dak Prescott here.
Yeah, that's right.
I had him at 10. Yes, I had him at 10.
I
had Jones at 9, so we're just gonna flip those. I feel like Dak is on the way down already. I just think his rushing numbers are way down since the hip. I think
CeeDee Lamb's gonna rip this year.
Maybe, but also maybe not, because Mike McCarthy's calling plays. That dude wants to run the ball all the time.
He does.
He wants to almost exclusively run the ball.
CeeDee Lamb's going to outperform Devontae Adams.
Yes, but I think that's going to be a coaching thing more than it, or maybe it is a quarterback thing, because Jimmy G's not going to stay healthy, and Jarrett Stidham is probably not going to do great for Devontae. Number 8, Mike, who you taking?
Let's get Lamar Jackson off this list.
That's right.
He's exactly where I have him.
Way too high.
It's the right guy.
It's exactly where I have him.
I fear he might get injured this year.
I also fear that
regularly.
every year.
Because he runs. He has not yet calmed down the way you want to see the running guys do and use the pocket more. But
I think they have a new system this year of traditional
with him throwing. Yeah,
which will be interesting to see if he can make that transition. Good for him, but
yeah,
I don't know.
I think he said that he wants the opportunity to throw more, but like in his opportunities to throw, I don't think he's been exceptional in my opinion.
Well, I think I'm bullish Mark Andrews this year. I think OBJ is going to be a nice one if he falls in fantasy to snap up. I don't want to overpay early, but if he falls, I think that's one that
Zay Flowers too could be a good pickup for sure.
They also wasn't he that he's not a rookie.
The first round wide receiver they took.
Yeah, he was fast as hell, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to be a gadget kind of player for them.
So that was Mike had
that was
Lamar at 8.
Yes, you are at 7.
So I got to go with my lowest. It was my 8, but Herbert. Herbert is what I have as my lowest left. Herbie. He gets a lot of hype from a lot of people.
Higher.
A lot of people do. People have him as 3. I don't see it.
That's too high.
We'll get there when we get there, but
I had him at 3.
yeah, people have him at 3.
That's too high. I had him at
5.
I had him at.
You had him?
Yeah, I think I had him at 5.
Yeah. I don't trust Staley at this point. Is part of it.
It's super fair.
I don't.
His receivers are just haven't changed.
And they're good. They just don't stay healthy. So he's got Williams and Allen. It's an age thing, and we know how you feel about that. But if they stay healthy, if both of them stay healthy, which they've never been able to do,
right?
They would be. He probably is 4 at that point, but they won't because they haven't.
Can't make the team from the tub, and that has been the problem for wide receivers. And they drafted Quentin Johnson, who I think is going to be good, but I don't think he's a number 1. And he also has had injury issues. And it's a bit of a cluster over there, but I like his skills more than I like a lot of the other guys still left on the list.
Mm-hmm.
Where it is my go, and at number 6, I'm going to take Trevor Lawrence.
I had him at 5. I'm so bullish on him.
He was my lowest too at this point.
I had Allen 1 lower. I had
goodness.
Yeah.
Goodness.
So that's your next pick?
No, it's not me.
It's not you. It'll be you next, Mike, but I want to stay on Trevor Lawrence for a minute. I just think
you guys push Allen up because I don't go.
Yes, we will push him up slightly. But he had one terrible year under a terrible coach, and he showed flashes last year, but he's been hyped so much. I'm worried that this overhype thing is happening.
No, he's a dude.
And that's what everyone says, but
he can do it. If he stays healthy, it's going to be very exciting down there.
We'll see. It's Jacksonville. So.
I know. But we all forget how well things went with a very subpar. Blake Bortles got him to the NFC Championship or some shit NFC, AFC Championship. I know they're Jacksonville. I know they have no titles. Mark Brunell actually took them to a championship. Blake Bortles took them to a championship. I think Trevor Lawrence is better than both of those guys.
Yeah, that doesn't feel like a high bar though. He's got
What's that?
The hair's so greasy. I don't like it. I
wasn't going to go greasy, but definitely a little stringy. And Blake Bortles was immortalized in The Good Place. Trevor Lawrence is never going to get immortalized in The Good Place.
Never. It's never going to happen.
Never going to happen.
A thing.
I like Blake Bortles. I'm a UCF guy. I've got multiple autos. He's good to Oviedo, Florida, and all that. I just think Trevor's got the talent to make it happen.
Talent.
We could be talking about him in 4 years as a top 3 guy with consistency, and I just don't think people would be surprised.
So my thing is great. I maybe that happens. It definitely could. But do I look at Trevor Lawrence as the guy, and do I think he can beat Patrick Mahomes in a head-to-head matchup? And no, I don't. So he'll never be the guy. So
people beat Patrick Mahomes. It happens, but yes,
sure.
Right now it's very difficult. It's a clear and present one. We'll get there shortly, but we all know that he's up there.
Correct. Number 5, Mike, who are you taking?
Jalen Hurts.
That's exactly who I have at 5.
It just sucks that you guys pushed Allen all the way up to 4 when he should be closer to 6.
I'm just gonna write it in right now.
Maybe 7.
Wait a minute. So I've only got 3 players left.
Who
are the remaining?
So with the Josh Allen pick,
yeah, you should only have 3 left. He's 4.
Yeah, Josh Allen.
You would only have Burrow, Mahomes, and one other, and I don't know
who's the other. I only have Mahomes and Burrow.
I have Rodgers at my 3, but you guys don't agree with that.
Well, he's already been picked.
I know,
right?
That's why I don't get to use him.
Pat's
got someone? He's going to go 3.
I do have someone. My 3 was taken already.
Did Herbert get used yet or no?
Yes, Herbert is at 7.
I think Allen's 3, and we got Mahomes and Burrow as 1 and 2.
You guys might have
Is
done that to
Allen at
me.
3?
That stinks. Yeah, probably because Trevor Hurts would have been 5-4.
Yeah, I think you're right. Allen is at 3.
And then
So
it's no argument at 1 and 2. There's
no.
no. It's
So
Mahomes, Burrow.
3 is Allen, 2 for me is Burrow, and then I think we're all consensus number
Yeah.
1
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes.
But my
at this
big
point.
deviation from all of you it would be I had Mahomes at 1, Burrow, then Rodgers, Hurts, Trevor, Josh Allen, Tua, Herbert, Lamar, Dak for my 10. And I think Mike had Cousins in at 7. So that was probably his big disruption there. And you both disagree with Rodgers being that high. And then I don't know who Pat had because he didn't have Cousins in the 10.
I didn't. So my top 10 was Mahomes, Burrow, Herbert, Allen, Hurts, Rodgers, Lawrence, Jackson, Daniel Jones, and Dak Prescott.
Oh, right. You kicked Tua out of the 10.
Yeah, 2 is literally 11.
Yeah. And Mike's a Cousins maxi this year. Now I really wonder, are you gonna
There's some consistency.
Oh, I get that. Are you looking for him in a fantasy context or not really?
Who? Which player?
Cousins.
No, I would not be excited at all about that.
No.
I wouldn't be excited about Cousins. You're never going to look at Kirk Cousins and be like, yeah,
No,
that's my
never.
guy.
Never.
We're going to rock with him. But like I said, his floor is very high.
Yeah,
we know
that's
that he can do some things. And sometimes when you're talking about an NFL quarterback, you just want the high floor as opposed to a high ceiling.
Valid, super valid on that. I'll give you that because then you can win Super Bowls that way. You can absolutely win super awesome successes if you just know your floor and it's higher than half the league.
Yeah,
and he is that. He's proven that.
Okay, I figured out where we're missing one. CJ Stroud never got picked.
I thought I picked him down above Sam Howell.
He probably did.
Sam Howell and Mac Jones.
Okay, so in between
all three rooks, I had 20, 21, 22. I had Bryce, CJ, Richardson.
Okay, so that's where it was for me. Okay, CJ, and then yes, that would make Allen 3. Got it. Perfect.
Which I'm under protest on that. That had to be my pick.
So why do you have Allen ranked so low? Just because he doesn't cover up?
So low. 6 is not so low.
We talked about the gap from 1 to 6 is a big gap. We've already talked about it. It's a big old gap.
I viewed it as this. When I went down the list, who would I rather have? Mahomes easily would be above Allen.
Yeah,
Burrow.
absolutely.
We make that argument. Yeah. This year, I'd rather have Rodgers, Hurts, or Trevor. And I can make the argument for 2 as well and move Allen to 7. I just don't like the way he plays. He is talented. He's got a cannon. I get all that.
Oh, yeah.
I just don't feel like he is going to be the guy that can get my team to the Super Bowl. Because you got to go through. You're in the AFC for a lot of these teams. The only NFC ones are fucking Hurts. Above.
Yeah.
So you got to get through the rest of them. And I don't think he's the one that's going to do it. I honestly think the Bills they missed their window. We've talked about this before too.
Yeah.
Like I think there's a chance they missed the window. They had 3 excellent years of opportunity. They ran up against the buzzsaw of the Chiefs and the Bengals, I believe, is what took them out each time.
Yeah.
And and maybe they get 4 because they got 4 in the 90s, right? Didn't the Bills go 4 times in a row?
They went 4 times
in the
and
90s?
lost all 4 times. Yep.
Yeah. Like maybe they get another, but it won't be 5 or 6. It's just not going to be. They're going to keep getting smashed or have the team break up. Or I know I talked about this in another episode as well. I don't think Diggs is happy. I think that's going to translate on the field if he even shows up. Like I think there's issues that if Tua is healthy, his stats are better than Allen's. I'm fucking certain of it. Trevor is one that I think it'll be hard for his stats to be better than Allen. I just would rather have him leading my team than Allen. Better leadership, in my opinion.
Well, let me ask you guys this. One final question for this tonight. Who do you think on this list has the opportunity to make the biggest jump from where they are currently to upwards trajectory into, let's say, dangerous territory? So like not even the rookies being able to go from like Anthony Richardson was taking 32. And if he jumps to 24, that's not a meaningful
No,
jump?
no.
Who
You
do you
mean
think is going
someone
to
that's
make a
gonna?
meaningful jump, most likely, or has the
Wow.
opportunity to make a meaningful jump? I have mine. I'll start, and I just think Justin Fields has the ability this season to actually cause a
Uh,
little bit of havoc, a little bit of
I hear
chaos.
that. I think they're gonna not win more than 5 games, though. So I just think, well, you
But
might be
for
right.
him, yeah, for
Yes.
the quarterback himself, I think Fields is going to take another step this year
Well,
and
a lot
like
of
get
people
into
agree.
some fun conversations.
Yes, that I think that's going to happen even if they lose. But I still don't think he cracks top 10
No,
without
probably not.
without that.
A monster. He needs a monster season for that and a lot of wins.
I gotta
They could win that
go.
division.
I gotta go. Well, they could. Oh, shit, dude. No way. No, they
They
can't.
could win the
I'm
division.
sorry. They're
They
not going
could.
to.
They could.
Detroit, it's theirs to lose. The Packers feel very good about Jordan Love right now. Like, I don't
Everybody feels
know.
good about everybody on their team right now.
That's true. Who do you got, Mike?
I think Tua and Kenny both have a chance of going top 5 next year, and they're both
That's
outside the top 10.
Tua's accuracy is
very,
nasty.
very
It
good.
is
It's
nasty.
very good. And he has another 2 years of Tyreek Hill. This year for sure. Next year is paid already. It's that fourth one we don't have as a
Well,
guarantee.
but he's also 30 years old.
Yeah, calm down. He's still fast as fuck and he can catch. And you got Jalen Waddle and they're adding other pieces. Like they're moving the ball around. I I was Pickett is high on my list, but I guess Russ I think can surprise people very easily, and we could look at the end of the year and be like, oh, okay, he was the sixth best statistically. Like I'm not actually surprised by that.
He had a little bit of fall from grace, so that would be a
Oh
very
yeah,
interesting. There's a lot of really cool storylines I think this season in the NFL. I think you're going to see an exciting thing in Arizona when Kyler comes back for the second half of the season, because it's really going to just be the Kyler show. Like, he doesn't really have any pieces out there. James Conner's whatever, Hollywood Brown's whatever. Like, it's going to be the Kyler show. So like, they're either going to win on Kyler or they're going to lose because there's nothing around him. So I think that could be really cool. Or he's just going to be like, I don't want to stand behind this offensive line. Colt McCoy can be the starter this season.
But I was reading that Kyler isn't really close to coming back in one article, and then there was another article I read that said that he is a little closer and he's trying to get back quickly. If he goes a significant amount of time without playing and they play as poorly as we think they're going to play, they might just shut him down for the year.
they might.
I mean, with the opportunity to have like 2 of the first 5 picks in the draft, I think it would be smart. But we've already discussed at length in another part of this episode we've recorded that Arizona is not the best run franchise. So
Nope. Bad decisions after bad
is
decisions.
to say? Well, thank you guys for hanging out with us as we ranked our quarterbacks. We drafted them snake style. Let us know who your 32 fall. Let us know who's in your top 10, who we did not take in our top 10. I kind of low key feel pretty good about our list. I kind of dig it. We're going to post that in the underneath of this video. So if you want to see that and ridicule us, feel free to do so. Check us out on all social medias at Going For It Pod, POD. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Again, throw us a like, comment, or subscribe, or all three. And we will see you guys all back here next time.
Woohoo.